Good morning, my stamping friends. It is Tammy with Stamp and Scrap Tammy with our Wednesday Facebook Live. If you're watching the replay, when this is happening is July 28th. I double checked the date before we started, and of course I always have to look at my calendar that's like behind me because I always think I'm going to mess that up. But anyways, so if you're watching live, welcome, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're watching from. Here in Minnesota, though, it is 11 a.m. It is rainy and dreary out today, so it is a great day for me to be down in my stamp room. Yesterday, we had a heat advisory, so it was a great day to have a stamp class down here because it was nice and cool. And it was so great to see so many people. If you ordered that class, it was a birthday club class. I do have the cards to show you. One of the cards I'm making today, but in different designer series paper. So I don't know if I have that one in this stack. I don't, but I'm going to show you just right here the cards that we made yesterday. So if you ordered this to go, actually I'm dropping it off on my way to pick up my son later from summer school. So funny story about that real quick, because it is rainy and dreary, and it was like not really storming bad, but like raining like crazy when we had to take him this morning. And he came in, he's like, "Mom, is it canceled? Because of the," and I'm like, "Why would it be canceled?" "Well, because of the rain." I'm like, no, we only get snow cancellations. We don't get rain cancellations. But anyways, he thought maybe he was going to luck out today. All right, so you know what? I didn't check if I was live, because usually I like point it down right away and then I look, but I think it's telling me I am. Oh, I better check that volume. Okay. All right, so we are here. Okay, all right, so let me just show you these cards real quick here. Then we'll point it down, we'll get started on a simple, successful stamping card again. I've got a great one to share. All right, so let's look at these ones. I'm gonna see, like there's a little pause, so I'll just hold them up. You can get a good look at them. So you'll see I'm using the same stamp set I used yesterday too. So this is the Biggest Wish stamp set. It's so cute. It's kind of got all the occasions, thank you, hello, happy birthday. So I'm really enjoying this one. All right, so you can get a good look at that. Take a screenshot if you want to recreate that one if you didn't get a chance. It is using the host paper. So those people that took birthday club yesterday, lucky them, they got a piece of 12 by 12 of the host paper too. And I did all the cutting for them on this one. Some months they got to do a little cutting of the designer series, but this month I did all the cutting, so it was a lot of fun. Look at that beautiful one. Oh, I got like a little piece of fuzz there. Okay, and then this one, I went a little crazy on this one. So I was trying to come up with one last simple card, and look at what happened. I mean, it's still pretty simple, but that little fun fold. And I mean, I've been doing this fold, but I added this little part in there. Look at that. Look at how cool that shows off that designer series. So the stamping on these was very basic, but very cute. All right, so let's get to work here. I think that's all we got to talk about here. I just wanted to say hi to everybody. Hope everybody's having a fabulous day so far. And we will get started with our simple, successful stamping card. All right, here we go. I'm gonna move this down. And so what I want to share today is wow, okay, let's hope this works. Whoop, there we go. Oh, you're getting some sound effects today. I'm still working with getting my tripod thing set up right. It's still a little all wonky. I might just have to like take it all apart and start over. Okay, I don't know. I think I'm down far enough. Oh, so as I'm seeing now, you got a nice little view of my mail bag, the floor. All right, and here we are. Okay, I'll let you take a little look at this cute stuff here on the table. So what am I talking about today? Designer Series paper. So the Designer Series paper sale ends next week. There are select Designer Series papers that are on sale. Okay, so they're on sale until 15% off until next week. So when our new catalog goes live, I think it's on Tuesday. I'm going to have to look. I will do some kind of little catalog launch next week. I'm going to do one more thing here before I get started. I'm going to do, so Facebook has gotten a little bit, I'm not sure what you'd call it, but not so happy with me. So they're not letting me share things how I used to. So I don't know if everybody's seeing this when they see it. So, and again, you might be watching this over on YouTube, so you can just sit tight or forward just a little bit if you're watching the replay till I get started on the projects. And while I'm trying to share this now to a group, because we're on a page and I don't know, apparently Facebook likes groups better these days. So I will share it to some of my virtual party groups if I can find them. So just sit tight here. We're going to see if this will work. If it doesn't, oh well, we'll just keep on going. All right, hold on. I don't know if I'm gonna find it. I have way too many groups. Does everybody else have a ton of groups? I have like about, I don't know, 4,000 groups here. All right, I'm just gonna share it to this one. A few more of you will catch it there. Okay, anyways, let's get started. So we're talking designer series paper. So I'm gonna share with you the card that I'm making today in numerous designer series papers at the end that I made, because it's a very versatile layout. Simple, successful stamping is what we're calling this. Let me share with you first the cards that are free with a purchase. So this goes through all the designer series paper. You could make the card that I'm making today out of the supplies that you could get sent. So free with a purchase, these cards here. And then I do a punch card. So if you place an order with me, you get a punch for every $50. After 10 punches, you get a free stamp set. All right, so let me just go through some of the designer series. Now this is just one sheet in all of them, but these are the cards and setups I'm going to send you. And the cards that I'm making today, you could make from these supplies that you're gonna get. All right, so see this. This is all the papers that are on sale. This is my favorite. This is one we're using today, Sweet Symmetry. And here we go. You got a little animal lover, maybe you know a zookeeper. That would be perfect for that one. I love the Pretty as a Peach paper. And, oh, my glue dot stuck a little. Oh no, my bow fell off. I'm making another one. I made another one of these already. I'll have to pop another bow on there. And then this paper is not included, but it's so stunning that I had to use it. All right, so there we go. Let's set those aside. So those were our last simple, successful stamping cards. Super easy to make. Measurements on that, you cut your designer series 3 by 5. You cut a background layer 5 1/4 by 4, and then you're done. Put it on some cardstock and off you go. Okay, so the supplies I'm using today, they are in the description of this post if you like to take a look at any of those things. All right, and so I used a die cut today. I used this die cut for my label on my cards. This is from the Tasteful Label Dies. I am using the Sweet Symmetry Designer Series paper. Very cool. It's really fun patterns and just bright and vibrant, good for summer. And then I'm just gonna use a little snippet of this Bumblebee gingham ribbon. And then I am using the star of the show here, the Biggest Wish stamp set. This one was really fun to work with. And let's get started. I'm gonna just leave this in view maybe. That looks kind of pretty sitting over here. So you can keep looking at that Sweet Symmetry paper. Okay, let's get started with this simple, successful stamping card. Now what I have done, I've already pre-cut my pieces so that we can go even quicker today. What I have got is a 2 1/2. I should write this down for you. I will write this as we go. So then if you just wanna take a screenshot, you can. I just gotta find a piece of white paper. Oh, here's a little scrap. I don't know what I was doing with that, but let's just go with this. So the DSP, let's use the other end of that. DSP, and this card is cased. I'll show you the case card at the end. I got sent by Donna Griffith from our Stampin' Up! Home office, sent me a card last week, and that's the card that I am casing the layout. Okay, so designer series paper, we have 2 1/2. Okay, so 2 1/2 by 1 3/4. Okay, so 1 3/4 is, you know, that way. And then we are gonna have our base. So that's it for the designer series. Our base is gonna be the regular standard 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. So that's just cutting a piece of paper, one of our pieces of cardstock, in half. And then if you like to score it, you're gonna score it at 4 1/4. Okay, that's it. Those are the measurements for today's card. I will share these in next week's Tutorial Tuesday as well. Of course, there'll be a second tutorial. There's always, you know, I'll share today's cards and then in the bottom with the video replay next week. But then at the top, there's always another one. In this week's Tutorial Tuesday, it went out late last night. Okay, so here, I'm gonna leave those there too for a second. Went out late last night because I had class yesterday. And then I did just do some regular inserts too. We'll do that up. And then I've got just the label. So this is the label from the Tasteful Labels. And I'm using Bumblebee cardstock today. And you'll notice I've got some Bumblebee trinkets to go along with my Bumblebee cardstock. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and fold this in half and use my bone fold. I'm just gonna get this all set up and then we'll do some stamping.
I don't know what I was just saying. I was talking about something. It'll come back to me. All right, so Tutorial Tuesday. If you missed this week's and you would like to take a look at it, I did share it in the post above. So if you're watching on Facebook, it's above in the post, maybe to your right, I don't know, depending on what kind of device you're watching on. If you are watching this replay on YouTube, it's gonna be down in the comments, right in the first comment. You'll see the post for that I made. It has the link to this week's Tutorial Tuesday. So that will share with you the card that also another tutorial. Gosh, I cannot talk today. A card that uses this paper. It's a beautiful card from a tutorial share that I belong to. This is not the right color. This is crushed curry. This is bumblebee. Can you see the difference on that? I don't know if the video shows that. I gotta get some bumblebee. Hold on. Well, now you are gonna get to see me cut a piece of paper. I grabbed it from the wrong one. My crushed curry is right below it. We can't have that. So let's go ahead. You'll get to see me cut this up now. So 5.5. Now, if you score it, our paper trimmer does have a scoring tool on it. You can just go like that. Off you go. Let's do the other one as long as we have it here. I'm not sure why I chose to make 3 cards today. I think because when I made my initial sample, then I just had 1 piece and I had all these cut already. So I thought, well, I want to make more than just 1. And then, then I have 2. And then what am I going to do with this other piece? So I might as well just make up 3. So usually when I make cards, I at least make 2 because you cut the piece of paper in half. And then, the next would be 4, 8. So then I go in even numbers. 4, 8, 50, whatever you want to make. This would be a great layout if you were going to make 50 of a card. All right, so I'm going to set this aside again. Designer series, your card base. That's it for cutting and measuring. It's pretty cut and dry here today. Simple, successful stamping is what we're working with. Okay, so let's just start with card number 1. And we can do these however we would like, whatever designs you want. I do want 3 different designs. So my first piece, I'm just gonna put right at the top. And then since I have 2 real pattern pieces, I wanna put the more solid one in the center. I'm getting pretty excited to show you all the other ones. I think I have 5 cards to share with you that I used all the different designer series papers at the end. So you'll get to see how these all come together. And then, I also have a Halloween sneak peek. It was one of my card swaps I sent off on Monday. So I'm pretty excited to share with you a Halloween card. I mean, it's not quite time, but if you're gonna make Halloween projects, it's kind of time to start thinking about it. So we will talk about that a little bit more next week. When I'll do a catalog type launch event online here. I'm not sure what day. I have to check our children's schedules for next week and see what my husband has going on, because I would like to do a few Facebook Lives that day, more than just 1. Or maybe we'll break it into a couple of days. All right, so I'm just kind of off-centering this next one to go that way. And then the next one I will off-center, it's kind of like put it on there and then tilt, okay? Gosh, I got some good sound effects today. Or, I mean, at least I think so. There's no one else home today, so I don't have anyone laughing at me, so I'm just kind of here in my own little world. I'm gonna pretend that you all are, if you're laughing, no, you're laughing with me, not at me. Would that be right? That would be how it would be nice. But if you're laughing at me, I don't care. Okay, and so then let's go ahead. I guess I could have done those different orders, but it's too late now. So you'll just see all these pretty patterns. And then again, let's just tilt and adhere. And so I kind of picked the ones that I thought coordinated the best in this. Of course, there was other ones, but I wanted to use, I was kind of thinking ahead on my ink. I wanted to use Flirty Flamingo, just because I like to say Flirty Flamingo. And I wanted to use Night of Navy as well. So I still have some leftovers. And next up is the stamping. So do you see, this is pretty already. You could add any different sentiment to it. You definitely don't have to use what I'm using to have success, but this is just a fabulous layout. And so thanks to Donna Griffith from the home office for sending me that card. I don't know if she was the original creator of it, but that is who I received the card from. And I'll show it to you too. I shared it very briefly last week in a little card share thing, but I didn't have a lot of time. So I want to see what I'm doing here and might make them all a little different. So I'm going to do 3 cards. Well, of course, you know that already. I want to find my cleaner, though, because I'm going to have to do some cleaning in between, possibly. So I do have my Stampin' Pierce mat because I'm using photopolymer stamps. I have all my stamps all ready to go in a little bin here that I want to use. And so I'm going to make a thank you card. Let's start with a thank you. And then let's go with a hello. And let's see. And I think friend, I got to see if friend fits. Oh, it sure does. So we're going to make them 3 different cards. So I don't know, maybe I won't have to clean them, but maybe I will just right away. Then they'll be clean because I'm not very good at going back and cleaning them. I don't know about all of you, but I tend to like leave my stamps sit for a while and they always clean up fine. It's not a problem. But you know, if I would just learn to put it away right away. Okay, so here we go. I got my 3 labels cut from my Tasteful Label Dies. I have my Flirty Flamingo ink, and I'm gonna just do these all right in a row. So I'm gonna go with my thanks first. Straight up, straight down, let that ink soak in a little bit, and then I will pull that away. Okay, done. Oh, I'm gonna clean them, that's right. Gotta remind myself what I'm doing. So I will use my Simply Chamois tool or cleaning thing, I don't know what you call that. Cleaning mat, cleaning sponge. I don't know if it's really a sponge. I don't know what you call it. Simply Chamois. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the hello. I'm gonna kind of go to the right side. I should have maybe went a little more right on that one, but it's not wrong. Okay, did you get that? Okay, and then the last one I'm gonna do friend. And then this is pretty fun, the next part. You'll see, so I want my light color on the bottom is what you want to do. So no matter what you're working with, you will want your light one on the bottom, unless you're going to fussy cut, which I can show you on one of my sample cards where I did fussy cut. So next I want to pull in my Night of Navy ink. All right, let's open this up. All right, you know, and I don't know if you saw in the posting above, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching the replay on YouTube, if you take part in today's video, I am doing a stamp set for the giveaway. So this week's Prize Patrol is going to be a stamp set. Last week's was one of our kit collections, so that's pretty cool. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but I posted it. That person, I have already printed a label, and I will be sending her, I had her address, I will be sending her a kit from the kits collection this week. Okay, so next I'm going to put my Night of Navy. So I want to go, thanks. Of course, I want to make something that makes sense. So let's go, hello, friend. So I want to put the hello here. Okay, and so you'll see now I'm using the hello and the thanks on these ones. On the cards I shared at the beginning, I used the happy birthday. I can probably bring those in and share them one more time too. So the Night of Navy works great over these. It coordinates with that cardstock, the Sweet Cemetery Designer Series paper. Okay, so thanks, and I will put my friend, you can put it right over the top if you want. You can put it down to the bottom. It really doesn't matter. And especially, you know, if you're making a bunch of these, because again, this is a nice, simple stamping, successful, whatever I said, card. Oh, we need one more friend. So this would be a great card if you're making a ton of them, if you were making a whole bunch of them. And so you could do all kinds of different designs. And so I'm gonna just put this one a little bit lower, like so. And I will move everything out of the way. We gotta add just a little bit of ribbon before I get to share with you the rest of them and finish off the card. So here we go, let's move this all out of the way. I am going to bring in the Bumblebee gingham ribbon. Couple different ways to do this. I kind of led everyone well, not necessarily the wrong direction, but I didn't show them all of the ways. So a couple different ways you can do this. We do have this cool tool here. It's a punch. We could have even used this label, right? But I didn't, so it's called the Label Me Fancy Punch. It has a regular hole and then it has this slit here. So as you see, this is not really a tag. The label that I picked is not a tag, but it can be, okay? So what you can do is you can put it right inside here and punch it out, and now we have a tag. All right, so that's one way to do it. And then I've got kind of a little funny deal here to talk about. This got brought up at card class yesterday. One of the ladies' daughters is like moving out, and you know what I'm going to do to keep this in place? Because I want to put a staple on there. I'm going to use, so again, not too many things that I use that are not Stampin' Up, but this next thing is a staple, you know, so sometimes you got to add your own embellishment. So I'm going to get a good old-fashioned stapler. So we got talking yesterday about, and it's funny that this comes up here, my stapler. Her daughter's moving out, and, you know, she's kind of borrowing some things from her house, which isn't so bad. But, you know, she wasn't upset about it. But I said, oh my gosh, that's so funny. Because guess what I still have of my mom's that I borrowed when I moved out. So if you have something from your mom's house, doesn't matter how old you are, that you borrowed when you moved out, let us know in the comments what that might be. Guess what I still have? If you were here yesterday, you know. I have my mom's, because she had two. I didn't think she needed two. As an 18-year-old, she did not need two of these. She had one small one, one big one. It was the Tupperware strainer. A Tupperware strainer. The yellow one. Does anybody have that yellow Tupperware strainer? It would match my card. I still have my mom's. It's in perfect condition. She had it, I believe, when I was like a little kid. She sold Tupperware. And so, yeah, I still have her strainer. And I have her stapler. I took my mom's stapler at some point in life, and I didn't bring it back. So sometimes she watches, hopefully she's not watching today, but if she isn't watching and she doesn't catch word, don't tell her. I think she maybe bought a new one. Or maybe she had two of those too, so I didn't think she needed them. I don't know at what point I took the stapler. So anyways, those are the two things that I have of my mom's that maybe I shouldn't. Okay, so we can do this as an option, back to our card, get a little sidetracked there. That as our option using the Label Me Fancy, or just like a regular hole punch, or something even more simple. And I don't know why I didn't think of this yesterday. And this is gonna make it look like this is a label too. I'm just gonna put a glue dot on there, just so it stays in place while I staple. I'm gonna put my ribbon there, you know, so nothing fancy. Great way to use ribbon without having to tie a bow is what I've got here. All right, and then let's go in with our stapler. And wouldn't you know, would you even know that that was not a label? And then let's do the last one. I'm gonna do the last one the same way because it's so simple. All right, and you know, and this way would look great too if you had like a nice big thick ribbon. I like both looks. And let's snip that. Okay, and here we go. Oh, glue dot, need a glue dot. And I might need to grab some more glue dots because we got to put some bumblebee trinkets on these cards yet. And those require a glue dot. I might have just enough. Looks like I'm running out, though. I'm right on the last little loop-de-loop of my roll. All right, so here we go. And voila, my big fancy embellishment of a staple. So next we are going to need to put some dimensionals on these. So these are really fun to do too if you're doing a whole bunch of them, and you can just lay all of them out and then, you know, do your dimensionals all at one time. And that is if I can find them. How many times do I lose stuff on a video? I have them right behind me though. Looks like I'm using small ones today. And let's go ahead and I'm going to put four on each corner. That might be a bit excessive. One on each corner, one in the center. And oh goodness, that's sticking to me today. And then we will go ahead and adhere them and then add our little bumblebees. And then we're going to share with you the rest of the cards that I made with different patterns and different sentiments and colors. And then we're going to move on for the day. I've got some stuff going on today. I got a team Facebook Live at noon, so hopefully some of them are able to watch. Now, speaking of that, we do have a special starting next week where you can get a free bundle. So if you want to be part of our Cafe Crafter group, whether you want to be an active member or you want to get the starter kit because you have a huge wish list. Let's do this. Oh, a stunning. That starts next week. So I believe it's on the 3rd. 2nd or 3rd. I think it's the 3rd. And I'll talk about that next week during the event. But our Cafe Crafter group, we're pretty active. I mean, it really is active as you want to be. We share lots of ideas. We have a kit night tomorrow night here. So a bunch of us are getting together to put together some of those, Stampin' Up! The new kits collection. Some people are bringing a paper pumpkin. Just a nice visiting time. And here we go. We have a very active Facebook group as well with lots of sharing. Lots of people share their ideas there. So there's always new revolving ideas. We've got a new thing we just started. Pretty cool. A Stamper of the Month. So they get to sign up if they want. It's of course not required. And then I send them a free stamp set. And then they get to create projects all month and share them with the group. And they keep the stamp set. So we got all kinds of fun stuff going on over in that group. And you are invited. So if you are not already a demonstrator with Stampin' Up!, you're welcome to join our Cafe Crafter group and be part of it. Lots of cool stuff goes on there. All right, here we go. Let's do that. I'm flipping these upside down. So look at how cool those are. I'm really loving seeing them. And I will bring in my sample too. So we'll get to see 4 of these all looking snazzy together in one view. Okay, so I am hoping that I have enough glue dots here. Otherwise, we might have to go, we could go with some gems too. I think before I thought about the bumblebee, what am I doing? I didn't have my take a pick tool. It's over on my desk. Last night, after I got my Tutorial Tuesday sent out, I decided to do some stamping just because, you know, I had to unwind. After a day of stamping with my friends, I had to unwind as well. I just saw Cindy Beckwith's comment about, she said that there used to be colored staples. Yes, there was. When I was into scrapbooking, I had a fancy stapler that had all different kinds of them. And I think you could probably see what year it was popular because you could look in my scrapbook and it would be like in every single page. So, okay, let's add one more bumblebee. These are my favorite. Well, I'm out of bumblebees. I'm not out of bumblebees. I got plenty of them. I'm out of glue dots, but I have some more. Good thing I keep a good supply of them close by. That is kind of rewarding though. Does anyone else find it rewarding when you end a roll of glue dots? Like it seems like they just last forever and ever and ever. And somehow I end up with like 4 of them open. But then when I empty one, now it's rewarding that I can finally just have one. So now I'm down to like 1 open glue dot until I lose this, and then I'll open like 4 more of them. Okay, so I'm gonna move everything else out of the way so you can see these in a nice, beautiful view. So this is, if you joined in late, this is what stamp set is this? I have it someplace. I used the Tasteful Label dies. How did I lose the stamp set? Goodness, you know, you would think that I had about 5,000 projects going on here. Stamp set, happiest, biggest wishes, I think, biggest wish. It says it right up above. So just look right above in the post. It says what this is. Good thing I give you all a item list because I just lose it. I turn the camera on and then poof, my mind just goes blank. All right, I'm gonna move all this out of the way. We didn't do the inside. How did I forget the inside? We can't forget the inside. My pieces are here. Oh my gosh. Here I thought this was going to be smooth today, and it's just making a turn to the wrong way. It's not going right. I think I just took that one is empty. It just took a left turn here, guys. I don't know if I'm going to get it back on a straight path, but if not, that's okay. I think you guys are all understanding. So this is all I'm doing for the insides. So when you do up little things like this, you end up with lots of little scraps, and I certainly don't want to throw away this beautiful paper. So I just cut it down to a 1-inch strip. So if you end up with little strips like that, even if you had a 3/4 of an inch, it doesn't matter. Just a little strip. So mine happened to be 1 by, I believe it's 5 1/4. So whatever you decide to put on for your layer here is what you would just cut the strip down to. You could even, on this paper, you wouldn't even necessarily need to put an insert like this if you didn't want to. You could just put the designer series right onto there and it would look great. On the one I got from Donna Griffith, she didn't have an insert. She just wrote right on the cardstock, and there is nothing wrong with that. But I didn't want to finish these ones off because I had this cute paper. I had the bases cut. And I can't believe I almost forgot to share that with you. All right, here we go. I hope that you're enjoying these fun cards. My off the wall, all over the place stamping. Good. See, this is why I have to stick with simple, successful stamping, because if I went all crazy, who knows what would happen. I would definitely need a bigger table, that is for sure. I've got these little labels all over. Okay, so here we are. These are the Bumblebee trinkets, Simple Symmetry Designer Series paper. Here's another one. Okay, now are you ready for the other cards that I made? I made a Christmas card. I have a Halloween card. I mean, it's going to be great. So I will put these up so you can still see them in view. And first I'll share with you some of them that are using the Designer Series papers that are still on special. And then I'll share with you a couple other ones. All right, so this one here, real pretty. So I pulled in some gold ribbon there. Isn't that nice? Just, it's such a great, simple layout. And then next, the peach paper. I used a white ribbon on that one. And then I did petal pink, and then I believe it's Pear Pizzazz is what I grabbed for that. But that was a really great combination too to highlight both of the sentiments. And, oh, I made a Christmas card. All right, oh, I made two of these. See, so this one was a little darker. I decided I like this one better, but I started with this one on white, and then I decided to change it up a little bit. So very easy to, you know, use different papers. So if you have a little of this, a little of that, and you're using up cardstock, you know, you can do a variety. I just took coordinating colors. And then here's the Christmas card I made. This is a 6x6 designer series that is in the catalog. Now, of course, I use I think it's called The Biggest Wish, I believe is a stamp set. I think it's coming back to me now on this, but you could switch this to a Christmas sentiment and easily make this a Christmas card. But I still have cards around Christmas time that I want to say hello, friend, to, so this will work great. I believe I put a little piece. So here's an example where I just put that little strip of designer series in the inside. And then next, this is the card. Okay, we made this card yesterday. So this was using the host paper. And so this one I stamped on there, and because the birthday wouldn't fit on there, I just stamped it on a scratch piece of paper, a basic white, and then I fussy cut out the outline of the birthday. And then I added some of those black matte dots. So very pretty using the Hostess Designer Series paper. Really cool. And I love that ribbon. That's real pretty. Okay, and then the card that I got, oh, you're peeking out. I'm peeking out. I'm sneaking in my Halloween card I made. All right, so this is the card I shared this last week that I got from Donna Griffith. So see, she just wrote right on the inside. But it was just stunning. And, you know, so I've gotten a couple cards over the years from her, and I think I've ended up casing every one of them because they're so simple. But it's just a really great idea. She did use a different label. She used I believe it's called like a classic label punch. So she actually used a punch for this, but I didn't have that punch. So then that's why I switched the Tasteful label dies for mine, but it gives the same concept. And so she did just staple it right on there. So we're a little sneaky there, but it makes it look like it's an actual label. And then last but not least, I didn't do the label like that, but look at this. This is one of the new Halloween papers. It's a 6x6 paper, great patterns. We've got some little stars that are like, they're kind of shiny, hard to see. And then this is a new die cut that comes with this Halloween set. I don't know if I have it close by. I think I do. I don't know if I have the frames though, but this is the stamp set. And so it just had some fun sayings, and then it had a bunch of really cool labels is actually what I was drawn to. A cute little witch. So if you're looking to get ready for Halloween, that's a really cute, simple card as well. All right, everybody, I will take a look here at the comments real quick, bring these all back in. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Tell me what you think about it. And I hope you can join us next week. We will be live for sure. Goodness, is it going to be the 4th? So whatever day Wednesday is, it is the 3rd or the 4th next Wednesday for our next Facebook Live. But I will let you know for sure as far as the rest of the week, because I would like to do a little bit of a catalog launch event, because we do have a new catalog, which is right here. I'm sending out to those that have already put in a catalog request. Either today or tomorrow, those will go out in the mail to you. If you haven't yet requested a catalog and you would like one, go ahead and click that Tutorial Tuesday link above, or if you're watching the replay on YouTube, below in the comments. And if it goes to that post, there is a spot there right on the top. It's huge black bold that says request a catalog, and I can get one sent off to you. Okay, so one more last look at all of these cards. We'll try to get them in screen, so that way if you want to just take a screenshot, I guess, or just take a good look at them one more time and decide which ones you want to make and which patterns are your favorite. Pull out any designer series paper. If you got some old stuff, new stuff, whatever you have is going to be great for this layout. Add a couple embellishments, any ribbon that coordinates, and off you go. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for today. I hope everybody has a fabulous day. I will be back again next Wednesday for sure, 11 a.m. And then some other time next week too. We'll do some catalog launch stuff. I've got some great swap cards I'll be sharing with you that'll be coming in the mail to me on Saturday. And I just look forward to sharing with you our new mini catalog. All right, everybody, have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. Again, I'm going to actually be out of town this weekend. So if you need anything, I will get back to you on Monday. All right, everybody, see you later.